Hi, it's me, Ingridine of P, and we're going to be making this dish, which is fried pollock fish in apple and caper sauce, with honey roasted parsnip and um, potato mousse. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so let's see. We're going to take out the ingredients here. I haven't actually done all of the washing since my chicken disaster, but let's see what we got. We got an apple. We've got one of these onions. Is this Corval? What is that? I don't know what this is, but some kind of spice, herb, capers, and white wine vinegar. There's a parsnip. Here we've got the pollock fish. There we've got potatoes. This is honey. I don't know if it's frozen right. Okay, and then we've got even more parsnips, a carrot, another carrot, and a wonky looking lemon. I should have kept the lemon from the last recipe, but oh well. Let's throw the bag to the side. Okay, so the first step is to put the parsnips into the oven, and so basically we got to just like grab these, turn the oven to 220 degrees Celsius, then peel and cut up the parsnip into fourths. I'm guessing to like make them into fry shapes, and then cut the lemon in half, put the parsnip onto the cooking paper with some olive oil, some honey, some lemon, some salt, and some pepper, and then put it in the oven until it's soft. So it says in the oven 15 to 25 minutes. Okay, so you'll be seeing me upside down, but I don't think that that's too much of a problem. Haven't done all the cleaning. Anyway, I haven't tested this peeler before, so we're going to test it out. And I don't know how to peel vegetables. You're supposed to peel it towards yourself. I know that at least, but I don't know how good this peeler is going to be. Okay. I've always peeled away from myself, so I don't know how to do this in the right way, but we're trying. It does smell good, parsnips. I have to say that actually my first food when I was a baby was parsnip. That was kind of an original choice of my mother's. But yeah, there are these chips that they sell at the store called Normal. And the chips are parsnip chips, and they have also what's it called? They have like beet chips as well, and the chips smell so good, and I guess that's the parsnip smell. Who knew that parsnips could be such a yummy vegetable? So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm trying to peel this vegetable that is really crooked. And I don't know, I kind of went, I'm really hungry right now, and I really feel like eating the peels, but that's not the point right now. We shouldn't do that. Okay. I'm being wasteful here, but like I don't think I can salvage the top part of this. Anyway. There we go. Okay, so we try to make chips out of this, or fries. So they say to like cut it down the middle, kind of. And oh yeah, I forgot I'm using my old knife, so this isn't really optimal. But I think that we should like cut them like that, and then cut them like this. So that's kind of like fries. I'm there. And then, well, let's just do one at a time. Okay, there we go. And there we go. A whole part of HelloFresh is just cutting up vegetables in many pieces. And that's precisely why I do this, so that I get more used to doing this on my own, you know? There we go. I find it comforting that I have this channel, and that there are people on here that know how to cook, and there are people out here who don't know how to cook, and I feel less alone being with the people who don't like to cook. But even those who like to cook and who are supportive. Actually, this morning I finally got out my running shoes and went on a run, 5 minutes. Well, it was like a 10-minute, because you know there's pauses in between, so I do like I run for a minute and then I walk for a minute, kind of thing, and often I'll walk for more than a minute. Yeah, so I do a few like short runs, and I find that it actually did energize me for the day, because I felt like not leaving my bed until like 11. Then I finally left my bed, and it sucks, you know, that then like half your day has gone by. But now I felt a little bit energized actually from that, which was a weird, I mean, is this how most people feel after going on a run? Is this how most people feel during a day? I don't know, but I was like, yeah, that's great. And so then I had a shower, and like, so I feel like I'm having a semi-neurotypical day, but I can't even have a full neurotypical day, because like, as I said, my day started at 11. So like I can only keep this up for a certain amount of hours before I kind of burn out. So I'm doing quite a lot for me, you know. Most people would be like, oh, well, this is a normal day. For me, this is like an exceptional, like, productive day. Just the fact that I managed to like do a physical activity and go shower and cook. Like, yeah, so it's great when it works, but you know, most people don't, you know, most people would consider this like, oh, more of like a slow day. But for me, this is like a humongous amount of effort. Okay. This cutting up stuff is relaxing up to a certain point, but then I get frustrated with it, and then I kind of like, once this done and over with, and yeah, I feel tired of doing this now, and I don't want to get sloppy when I get to this phase, you know, because then it's a risk of me getting hurt or whatever. Okay, there we go. I will put a baking sheet onto this. And well, for those of you who watched my live, I accidentally almost burned all the vegetables. So I have to keep a little bit more control over this. Okay, you see the baking sheet, a little bit of it at least. All of this will go into the trash, but I think that it's better if I just put a big, because I don't have olive oil, I have to use this mixture of butter and the rapeseed oil. At least it melts better than butter, but yeah, it's not really to be recommended. You know what? I don't want to do more washing up, so I'm using a disposable knife. Okay, don't kill me in the comments. It's wood. It's wood, you know, so. And I can't deal with this. Okay, so this is adding a lot of extra steps in this, but I kind of feel like and also this is way too much fat onto this, but we kind of want this to be like chips in a way. And chips is basically fried stuff, so you need a lot of fat for that. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to coat all of these in this, but you know, let's get sort of it covered. I guess I'm going to pause the video while I do this, because you maybe don't want to watch me doing this on every single one of these. That's what I get for not buying olive oil at the store. Like, I forgot the olive oil, because there's just so much else to do when you're at the grocery store. And then, you know, olive oil costs money. There are other kinds of oils I know out there, but yeah, I wish that I could have, I don't know if this oil goes to, like, if you can like melt it somehow and then drizzle it on, but I'm not about to find out. I'm not sure about this, but we had a lot of parsnips in here. And then I think that we went to make like this mousse. How do you say it? Potato, not mousse, like potato, mashed potatoes? Mashed is mash. It's not a mousse. Moose are like the animal. So yeah, okay. This is going way too slow, but what can we do? Anyway, yeah, so that's the next step, I think, is making the mousse, which I don't have either one of those, you know, mashers to make mash, you know, so I'll have to be using a knife or something in order to get that up. But yeah, let's pause the video for a while. Okay, so I put them all into the oven now, and we're going to just put the butter back into the fridge. And now they say that we're now going to be making the mousse. And I'm going to first, it says cook up some water that is salted. I'm adding some water there. I don't know how much water, but anyway. And then we put it on, we put some salt in. There we go. Okay, so that's going on. At the same time, we want the lemon to be halved, so that was what we were going to do. Okay. I don't know what they want us to do with that lemon, but okay. Then, now we're doing even more vegetable cutting and peeling and stuff because we're making the mousse, and so we need to peel the potatoes and the carrots, and we need to put them into 2 centimeter big pieces and then putting them, cooking them up together with the water, I guess. I'm guessing. Okay, so now more cutting and more stuff. But yeah, it smells like carrots. You know, I'm amazed that they haven't like been figured out the technology to like send smells over the internet. Like we've managed so much, and yet we haven't been able to manage to send smells across, you know, across the screens. Because that would be kind of cool, but I don't know how that would work out. I guess that like our phones would have to be equipped with a bunch of like scent molecules so that it would travel all the way up to our nose, so that our olfactory bulb would understand what the smell was, but it wouldn't be the same as like, you know, the actual smell. But it would be progress, you know. Okay. Okay, we're letting it do the boiling with the water. I don't know if they want us to be done by the time that the water is boiling, because I don't think I will be done by then. Okay. This is a longer recipe, so whenever they say a half hour, it really is like an hour and a half or something for me. So I'm going to, I think, turn off the camera for a little while I peel all the potatoes. Okay, so spoiler alert, I did not manage to get all of the potatoes peeled before the water started cooking over. So I put some of the carrots and the potatoes into the pan, and I'm continuing with my very slow potato peeling. Just singing to myself a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what song it was I was humming. I think it's Debussy, Clair de Lune or something. I think that's what I'm... Or maybe it's Satie? I don't know. It's something of that brand, of that sort, I guess. Okay. It's easier to peel carrots than to peel... I was going to say to peel onions, to peel potatoes. Because it's just so round. Anyway, we're just doing this on autopilot at this point, but okay, there we go. And we do it into 2 centimeter pieces, so I cut like that and like that and like that and like this. Okay, also I've had to turn the heat down so that I don't burn myself on this scalding water. Okay, right. Also, I need to keep checking on the parsnips. Okay, we have 3 little potatoes left, and I don't know how to peel them. And okay, I think it's time to get the parsnips out, actually. So I guess that we're going to be leaving the rest to the side for a while now. But let's get rid of some of this mess. La, 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 la. Okay. I mean, we're not doing a deep clean right now. I do think that it's time to get that out. Okay, here we go. We're going to just... I have better apples in my fridge, to be honest. So maybe we'll use... Okay, oof, it's hot. Okay. Let's turn off the heat. Let's turn off the heat. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the pepper and the salt onto these. Okay. We can do it. We can add it afterwards. Okay. You guys can't see anything, can you? But actually I was supposed to cook it with some lemon and some salt and pepper, but I was too quick on reading the instructions, so the salt comes after. The salt comes afterwards and the pepper comes afterwards because I was too lazy to read the instructions. Okay. There we go. Okay, you guys can't see anything what's going on here. This is what it looks like, and yeah, this is what's going on in there in that pan. Just add you back here so that you're secure. I don't want to lose my phone into the ground again, especially not into a pot of boiling water. That would be bad. Okay. I think I'm going to have to pause the video again for more cutting. Okay, so we're still cooking these potato thingies, and here we've got our chips. I'm just going to be trying one of these, see if it's that's quite good. I need to do some cleaning on here right now, but it says that now it's time to, or I got some pepper in my throat. It's time to, while this is cooking, to peel and cut an apple in 1 centimeter big pieces, and then cut the onion, and then cut this herb thingy. So I'm not done with the cooking, with the cutting. We're not even at the fish bit yet, so yeah, I'm going to pause you guys again. Okay, well, I'm doing the peelings. It's taking some time, but we'll get there. Oops. Okay. Like, my peeling experience has been not great. When I was in medical school, we had to make this party for the first years when we were in our second semester in our first year. And we cut up so many vegetables that I actually got a permanent nerve problem in my pinky finger, which it reactivates every time I do this. And it's probably because I didn't know how to cut vegetables that it happened, but it still feels weird. And I guess it's like a carpal tunnel kind of syndrome problem, except that it's higher up, like here, I'm guessing, and it just annoys me so much when I cut vegetables, because we had to cut hundreds of vegetables. Also, I'm annoyed about that certain part of my history, because we were supposed to finance the party for the second semesters. We barely got a party, and so we tried to go all in for the second semesters, and the guy who was in charge of our budget was a jerk, and he actually went on to become an economist and not to become a doctor. But he actually scammed us all money, because we were supposed to give a bunch of money, because we didn't earn money enough to get to finance. Like, we thought that we would get our money back from, we all gave a certain contribution, and this guy never gave us our money back. And then this guy left our medical school program, and then nobody saw him ever again. And yeah, I never got the money back for that party, where I didn't even attend, and I got a permanent nerve damage in my finger due to that. So as you can tell, I am quite bitter about this. And I mean, maybe if I knew how to cut vegetables, like for my parents when I first started medical school, when I was 18, I guess that maybe I would have avoided this. But like, you can't expect me to just cut vegetables for hours at a time. And those vegetables weren't even, I wasn't even the one eating them, you know? So yeah, I was quite bitter about that. But yeah, I learned to not trust my classmates ever again. It's kind of sad, but yeah, we couldn't trust that one classmate. I guess that's why he became an economist, you know. Not that the people that go to medical school have honorable, you know, that they are honorable. I don't think that they are, but they maybe are, you know, a little bit nicer people than economists. Or I guess that you could say that he studied economy. I don't know if he went into finance, but yeah, so he swindled us all 500 crowns for a party we didn't even attend. So that was quite a lot of money for me as a student. Okay, I'm eating a little bit of the apple because I feel like I'm dying. Okay. So that was one part of it. Now we have the onion part of it. And also I think that it's time for us to like cut a little bit with that knife inside the pan that's bubbling down there. Also, I think that you guys are getting a lot of smoke in your face. But the thing is, I think that none of the vegetables in here are actually smooth enough to do anything about. So I'm just going to lower the heat a little bit. Also, I'm aware that I put you guys on top of the fan, so I don't really know what to do with you guys. Okay, I hope that you guys can see now. So I have all of this apple peel. I actually like eating apple peels, so, but I didn't wash the apple before I cut it, so it's not time for us to eat it now. Okay, there were all the peels. All peels. Okay, we peel the onion. Yeah, and I've passed the half-hour mark, I think. So, yeah, this was supposed to be finished by now, but we are not finished. We are not done in any way. Okay, the other experience I have with learning how to cut things is through this TV show, this Norwegian TV show. I'm sure that you've heard of it. It's Skam. I think it came out like in 2016 or something, 2015, 2016. I'm not sure exactly. But there's this scene where I was so disappointed by Skam because I was so sure that they were going to make one of the girls gay, and they never did. Well, Vilde is a gay actress, so yeah. But I wanted Nora to be gay, and instead she ended up with that stupid other guy, whatever his name was. That guy was such a jerk. Yeah. Anyway, we need to cut this into small pieces. I don't know how you're supposed to cut this, so wish me luck. I guess that you maybe... No, that's not the way. Oh, maybe you should do it this way. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, I do not know. Okay, but so anyway, I learned that you're supposed to peel vegetables away from yourself through that show, because none of the parents in my life, or the adults in my life, actually told me how to cut a vegetable or anything. So seeing, like, basically, the way that I get myself to motivate to do this is, like, I imagine myself in like a Studio Ghibli movie, you know, where all the girls in Studio Ghibli movie are like so responsible and so happy to do house chores. So it like motivates me to do that. So either I put myself in there, or I think of how in Skam she Vilde like has, I don't know if it's Vilde. Yeah, Vilde has an eating disorder, I think, in the show, and so Nora like gets her to eat potatoes because potatoes are good for you, and so they end up, you know, being really nice friend group. It's like, it's a TV show for teenagers, really, but you know, I think they made several different ones around Europe. They made a French version, which was kind of cool. They made each like very different series, like to represent the different cultures. There was one that was German, there was one that was, but from the beginning it was Norwegian, and so I don't understand Norwegian, but you know, it's very near Swedish, so I watched it in Norwegian with Swedish subtitles, but actually, like, sometimes I didn't even need the subtitles. And the thing is, like, when you were mid in it, what was cool about that show is that they would release social media posts at the same time as like the characters in the series were going about their lives. So you would get like tiny, kind of like spoilers of what was going on, or like tiny tidbits of information of what was going on in the characters' lives through their social medias, as if they were like an influencer or a friend, you know? And it was kind of like you were following these friends of yours, but like, you know, from the show, which I think was a really cool idea. I like that they also portrayed, there was a gay guy, and he had bipolar, I think. And then there was like the gay guy who was like the regular gay guy who didn't have mental health problems, but he had problems with his masculinity. And then there was a character who was, she was Muslim, and so there was that whole arc where she was tired of being different and being, you know, always remarked that she's different all the time. and you know, she can't integrate with like the Norwegian girls, even though she is, you know, she grew up in Norway and is Norwegian herself, but since she's part of another culture and, you know, has immigrant parents, it's very tough for her. And I thought that that was interesting to show, because I don't think that that was really shown in media as much before Scam came out. So I thought that that was really cool. And also Vilde, she had like a mentally ill parent, like a depressed mom. So that was also like stuff that, you know, wasn't shown really before then, like in teenage media. So I found that that was actually a really good series. I just got so triggered because what happened is that Nora kind of got, well, she was kind of in an abusive situation, and this happened around the same time where I was in not a great situation with a guy. So yeah, that kind of was a triggering situation for me. But anyway, now we've cut off all of these little stems from that, so I'm guessing that I'm going to have to cut a little bit more afterwards, but that's it for now. Okay, so the next step is to, once the vegetables in here are kind of softened, which I feel like they kind of are right now, we can pour off the water and then squish it together with milk, salt, and pepper in this pot, and then put it to the side under a lock, a cover. But I do want to take out the fish, so it says to take out the fish, to then like pat it dry with some paper, and then put salt, and then put it in flour, and then add it to a pan. So I'm going to just try to open this up, which I can't do, obviously. Somehow I should be able to open this. Don't tell me that I need to use my knife for that. Okay, great. Okay, so I used the knife for that, and opening it up under there. Oh gosh, I hate fish. Okay, there we are. I don't hate fish, I just hate how watery and slimy it is. Okay, now I've got the fish. What do I do next? Okay, so this fish, I'm guessing that I need to use a plate, because I'm going to have to coat it in, stuff now. Let me find my flour. Here's the flour. Okay. What do they want us to do now? So, okay, my hands smell like fish. It's terrible. We want to pat it down so that it's dry. And then I'm going to wash my hands, I'm guessing. Okay. Dry it out. Dry it out. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we've dried it out. Good. Fine, so what do we do with this? We put the salt and the pepper, right? Salt and pepper. Salt? What do they do this? And put it in flour. Oops, that was too much flour. Okay. Well, actually, that's good that I got it on top of it, so I can like just. There we go. That was a lot of flour, but that was nice. Okay. Then we put some olive oil into a pan, and I don't have olive oil once again, but it's fine. And then we put it on medium heat, and then we put 2-3 minutes per side until they're golden. Okay, so what's going on now is that the fish is on the pan. The vegetables needs to the water needs to be taken off away from that. I need to throw away this flour, which is not as easy as it sounds. But yeah, so that's what's going on. We're going to pour off the water here. And I'm going to turn off the heat, pour off the water. I don't know if they want us to pour off all of the water, but I don't want all of my carrots and things to... I don't want to have to put it all through the sieve. Can't we like just... Okay, I poured away all of the water. Almost. Anyway, so there, I think we need a little bit. It's so hard to just get rid of the water. Okay, here we've got all of the vegetables back in their rightful place. Okay, and what do we do now? They want us to put salt, pepper, and milk. Wait, what? Where did that? Where? How much milk do they want us to put? It says 3 tablespoons. Okay, so salt. I love salt, to be honest, and pepper. I love pepper because it just keeps flying away. I hate my pepper shaker. Okay, and then milk. And 3 tablespoons. Wait, where's my spoon? Where's the spoon gone? Okay, I've lost a spoon. So we got. I got a mini milk here. Okay. Okay, that was that. Now, how do they want us to do that? We want to squish it all. And that is going to take me ages to squish. But we try. And I think that we might need to keep warming it up. How on earth do they want us to do these things at the same time? I have no idea. But I'm trying. This is not going to be a good mousse. It's not going to be good because I don't have one of those mousser thingies. And the milk is going to just like ruin it all. Maybe I've taken it off the heat too early. Like the water needed to keep cooking, but I feel like I've cooked this for way too long already. So I don't know. I don't feel like I want to cook the vegetables more. We need to move the fish. This fish piece is really thick, so it's going to take some time. Okay. Put under the side, under. I don't think that this is supposed to be under heat anymore, to be honest. I should have bought like a mousse thing, but like, how often do I make like potato mousse? Never. So yeah, I'm not going to, I don't have a mixer or anything, so this is basically just like smushed potatoes and smushed carrots, but I don't think that the carrots, to be honest, are cooked enough. I was right to put the carrots in first before I was done with the potatoes, because the potatoes are completely fine. Let me put you guys back to where you need to be. Okay, so this is what it looks like at the moment. I'm trying to squish it up into pieces, but it just doesn't work. And you haven't seen the fish yet, but it looks like this. There we go. This is what we can do. We can only try our best and hope for the best. So we do all this fish stuff, 2-3 minutes of this fish being on each side. It's going to be done soon. It's just that it's sticking to the pan. I obviously didn't put enough fats and oil and stuff, but I need to make sure that it's okay. So, oops, I almost burnt myself on the pan, on the frying pan. Okay, so we just keep squishing this while we talk. I mean, wow, I'm never making this recipe again. This was, I mean, we're 45 minutes in, and you know, I actually have been doing this for way longer than that because I put you guys on pause a few times and several minutes in each pause. So yeah, I've probably been at it now for more than an hour. And it's not even as good as the menu says, you know. But you know, we can get a little bit of our frustration out by talking about life. I found that the live that I did yesterday was quite good, and that's because I didn't have too many like interruptions of like people being stupid in the comments. Like, and by being stupid I mean like, you know, coming into the live expressly for the purpose of ruining my day. I didn't have any such person, so I think that that was good, because I kind of did not want to make any live this year. That was kind of my goal of not doing one, but I realized that I really do like, it really does motivate me, because now doing these videos of the cooking is not motivating me as much, because I like receiving all the little encouragements, you know, in the comments. Anyway, I will keep doing this and stuff. Okay, I haven't really advanced that much onto the squishing of this, but we've tried. They do say to add some butter if you feel like you want it to become more creamy, and I do think that that might help a little bit in this, so I'm adding a little bit of butter to this mush, and it might allow this to like mingle together a little bit better, because the potatoes are fine, but the carrots are just still hard, kind of, you know, and they still have some kind of resistance. And I don't think that I'll be able to really mash them up in the way that I'd like to. Anyway, I think it's time for the fish to turn off the heat. I've really messed up the fish here because it's really stuck to the bottom. As you can see, the pan, it's like I got it stuck to the pan. So I'm going to have to like deal with that whole pan situation. But that's off camera. Okay, so the next step is putting the apples, the onions together with the fish that's here. I had to save it a little bit. And putting the capers in there, and the butter, water, salt, and pepper. And then doing that for 1 minute until the sauce has kind of thickened. So right now we don't have anything in the pan, and I've turned the heat off. But here goes all of the apples. The onion. I don't have any butter in the pan yet, so we need to add that before we add the fish in there. So we're just going to let that go in. We're going to add the salt. We're going to add the pepper. We're going to add the pepper. I don't know what happens. Every time that I add pepper, it just goes all the way outside of the pan. But that's because if I do it too close to the pan, then it just messes up. Let me add some butter. Okay, I'm not really a fan of capers that much, but I do think that the vinegar needs to be in there. So we're adding the little capers in there. And I'm not going to be adding all of them because I just don't like capers that much. I like eating them like on their own, but I don't want them to be like together with the rest. So that's it. That was the butter. And now we move that a little bit along in here, and then we turn the heat to the lowest heat, and then we add the fish into it. Oof, the fish is hot. Why am I doing this with my bare hands? I'm silly. Why do I do this? I don't know how much water I need to add to this to make it a sauce. 2 tablespoons. Okay. Let me add that while you guys aren't looking. Okay, who would have thought that this combination of ingredients would go together, you know? Apples and parsnips and stuff. This is a really weird recipe. But we need to keep going with the smushing of the vegetables. And to be honest, I think that I just need to deal with the fact that the carrots are going to be slightly hard. Because I can't do more smashing of this, to be honest. Anyway, we do that for 1 minute until the sauce has kind of thickened with the fish, and then we can serve all these things together. So we're getting near the end. It's just this recipe took like way too much energy out of me. Maybe at the 1 hour mark on this video we'll have something to serve, but not yet. So we let that go, and I'm guessing that's you can add more capers and more of this chorvel. I don't know what that is in English. That's herb that I have cut up over there. And I'm guessing that lemon, you can add some lemon. I don't know if they want us to put lemon with the fish. It doesn't say anywhere to do that. but I don't know if the lemon was just there for decoration. Anyway, I'm going to check on the sauce now. The fish. I'm guessing that we should maybe turn the fish around. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we let the fish do its thing together with all this weird stuff. There. I think that fish maybe needs a little bit more salt. Okay, good. And I'm going to put you guys to the side, and then I'm going to put all the ingredients together into dish. So good luck to me, I guess. Okay, so this is the final result. I realized that I was supposed to put the honey into the parsnips while it was cooking, but I guess I'm just going to add it on top of it. But so I think that we managed. I mean, this was supposed to take 30 to 35 minutes, but to be honest, this took me like an hour and a half or something. So I'm quite happy with the result. I'm not doing this again, but yeah, good job me.